If ladders could talk, and specifically this ladder, boy, the stories they'd have. Championships, Final Fours, you name it. Paul Ogletree here on behalf of Werner Ladder. And the reason we're showcasing Werner Ladder, hey, we all know the Final Four is going on, the women's Final Four is going on right here in San Antonio this weekend, right? Well, when the team, the triumphant team, wins the championship,
Correct.
Paul, what are they going to do right after the initial celebration? They're going to go to the nets, they're going to climb the ladder, they're going to cut down the nets from the rims. It's a time-honored tradition, and this is the ladder that they're going to use. Paul Ogletree, as we mentioned, with Werner Ladder.
That's
and
right.
Awesome to have you here. We appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. Beautiful day in San Antonio. We're excited to be here. And, you know, the Stanley Cup, they raise it, they walk around the ice or skate around the ice. There's a Gatorade bath in a lot of other sports, but in college basketball, men's and women's, you climb the ladder, you cut down the nets, you celebrate with your team. And we are so excited to be here. We have a team also in Indianapolis for the men's Final Four. We're excited to be here in San Antonio for the women's Final Four. So yeah, like you said, they're going to climb this ladder, and this ladder specifically. This is our 13th year, Werner's 13th year of being involved with the men's and women's Final Four, NCAA corporate partner. And we designed this ladder specifically for college basketball players. You see about a, I don't know, maybe size 22 shoe can fit across there with no issues. About a 7-foot tall person can stand up there. Designed it with height, weight, wingspan in mind, and it is beautifully designed ladder, custom ladder for the Final Four for both men's and women's. And yeah, so here in San Antonio on Sunday afternoon, one of the triumphant teams is going to climb this ladder, cut down the nets, and walk home with that trophy and with that net for their school's pride.
I'm glad you went through the specifics, because if you're wondering at home, like, do they just get that ladder the day before? Like, where exactly does that ladder come from? And the cool thing about this feature is, even if that never crossed your mind, it's one of those, oh yeah, there's a ladder involved. Like, what are the logistics behind the ladder? So I'm glad you went to the specifics. Like this specific ladder. Now, Werner does sell ladders that you can buy at select stores, but this specific ladder is tailor-made to fit and to adjust to the bigger bodies that come with being a basketball player.
Yeah, so Werner, I mean, we pride ourselves on making safe ladders for professionals. You know, we're the #1 pro ladder, available at Lowe's and most of your hardware and paint stores as well. But we're a strategic partner with Lowe's. But again, yeah, we are giving away a replica of this custom ladder. We're going to be in some Lowe's appearances here in San Antonio. And also, if you are on social media and you post a picture and tag Werner Ladder Co., again, we're giving away a replica. It's about 3 feet tall, this ladder. But again, all the ladders we make, #1 pro ladder, are going to be extremely safe for any profession. And this one specifically was designed in mind because, I mean, when you make that last shot, you know, the buzzer beater, or whatever, it's a blowout win, you're on top of this ladder and you're jumping, you're shaking, and you're hyping up the crowd, you're cutting down the nets. You got to be safe. And again, we designed it with the special podium, wingspan, everything in mind. I mean, there's people much smarter than me and the design team here at Werner that came up with this. And again, we have one here in San Antonio and one in Indianapolis as well for the men's Final Four. But yeah, it is extremely safe, and we wanted to again make sure that everybody knows that this is not the only ladder we make. We make a ton of great ladders for all professions, and we are the #1 pro ladder, and excited to be involved with the women's Final Four and the NCAA in general.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because you notice kind of the custom fit. It curves around up top so that a player or the coach can kind of lean in and not have to worry about, unlike when you're at home on your roof, you know, you don't have to worry about, the balance, this thing's gonna hold. So the player doesn't have to worry about, you know, coming across too much when they're cutting down that net. Are you by any chance going to be able to set up the ladder at the Alamo Dome court when it's all said and done?
So I will be able to walk in the back door and hand it off to somebody with higher security level clearance than I have.
Gotcha.
That's for sure. So I will get to probably smell the popcorn from the bottom gate, and then they'll ask me to leave stage left. So I will not be able to get on the court, but this is the official ladder that you're going to see on ESPN for the women's Final Four here on Friday and Sunday games. Or I guess it'll really be on the floor on Sunday, but it'll be featuring some spots on the floor. But no, they don't. That's, I guess, above my pay grade, as you would say. Yeah, but I won't be able to set it up, unfortunately.
Well, in addition to the Alamo Dome floor, you're also going to see this ladder, or a ladder just like this in Indianapolis for the men's Final Four as well, right, on Monday night.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a team again in Indianapolis as well, supporting both men's and women's Final Four. And so they're going to be there. And so, yeah, that'll be on the floor Monday night, cutting down the nets. And it's great. I mean, again, we're excited to be a part of it. And we had these custom ladders made for both men's and women's. and they will be there in Indianapolis. I think I talked to our team this morning. They just landed in Indianapolis, and I know they are so excited for those games as well, just as we are here in San Antonio.
Werner ladder, the official ladder of the NCAA, and I understand you guys have other partnerships as well.
Yeah, so we have a strategic partnership, like I say, with Lowe's, and so you can find this Werner ladder at your local Lowe's store, as well as your hardware and paint stores as well. And then we also partner with the NABC, the National Association of Basketball Coaches, and then the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, the WBCA. And we are also, Werner's in their 4th year as sponsoring the Naismith Coach of the Year for both men's and women's, the Final Four. Yeah, so excited to be a part of college basketball. When you think basketball, you don't really think nets, but then you watch the ceremony, you see us cutting down. So, that's where we come in, as well as being safe around your home as the #1 pro ladder.
A lot of acronyms in there. I don't know how you keep them all in the head.
I think I screwed up one of them, so I can't say that I'm perfect, man.
You're good.
It's tough.
A lot of acronyms. I wouldn't be able to spit them out, Paul.
Right. It's tough, man. It's tough. That's what I say. That's above my pay grade. That's why they don't let me on the floor, I guess.
He is Paul Ogletree, kind enough to show us the one and only Werner ladder that you'll be seeing not only Sunday at the Alamo Dome, but Monday in Indianapolis. Paul, appreciate the time.
Yeah, absolutely, Hector. Thanks for having us.